This is Lab 3 for EEL4709C Computer Design with instructor Dr. Gang Kwan. And in this lab, we're going to focus on function calling and returning in MIPS assembly programming language. Open up Qt-Spim and then put the console right next to it. We're going to reinitialize this. And we're going to start with test 3-1. And for this test, sorry. Want to run it. This just gives us a basic linear equation with variables x and y, and it's stating that x plus y equals 30. If we step through it, it's going to say the same thing. It's going to display the x plus y, and if you keep going, it will give you 30 again. So x plus y equals 30. You want to go back, reinitialize, and let's do test 3-2. Let's just run this. This gives you another linear equation, this time with x1 plus x2 in parentheses, then minus x3 minus x4 in parentheses plus x5 minus x6, and it goes all the way to x8. So x1 through 8, and then it's giving you a result, or it's returning 56. And if we step through that, same thing. Should give you the equation first, and then give you the result. Run back it, there you go. And then it returns 56. For the next one, I'm going to reinitialize this again and test 3-3 now. And for this one, it gives us a user input, so we can input any number. I'll start with, let's just do 0. And it gives you the result of 1. And for this one, it's getting the user's input and multiplying it and um, returning the result as um, 1 for this one. And sorry, let me redo it again. Let's use a different number. Let's use 5. And you're getting 120 now. So basically, it's taking your input, putting in the equation, and it's returning the result, which is 120 for this one. So we went through procedures 1-4, and now we're on to step 5, which is to write an assembly program that asks the user to input 4 integers for A, B, C, and D, and to call a function to calculate the A plus B minus C minus D, and then output the result. So here's the program that we created. Here we're initializing A, B, C, and D, and then we're using the arithmetic here. This is adding A plus B together. This is subtracting C minus D, and then finally we're going to subtract the result from A plus B minus C minus D in this register, and then we're going to, here's the input, asking it from the user and storing it in those values, and then it's going to go back to this register and go through the arithmetic and then display the results. So here we're gonna run it. Put that down. Let's reinitialize the file, load it back in, and run it. And then let's do something simple. Let's do 1 for A, 1 for B, which is 2, and then let's do for C, let's do 2, and let's do 1. And then we get exception, overflow. And we to procedure 6, which is to write an assembly program that gets 1 integer input for n and calculate a sub n equaling a sub n minus 1 plus 2 times n minus 1 with a sub 1 equaling 1. And then the program should use a recursive function call. Besides a sub n with given n, the output of your program should also print your first name and your Panther ID. And then to test your program with n equaling 10, 20, 30, and so on to 100. So this is our program that we created. Here is the prompt that's going to ask the user for the value of n. After that, this is the result message for the result of a sub n. Then here is this is going to display my name. This is my name, and then this is my Panther ID. In the main, this is going to display the prompt to ask for the value of n. This is going to read the input value of n. This is going to display my name. This is going to display my Panther ID. This is the recursive function call with a sub 1 equaling 1. And then this is going to print the result of that, and then print the result of the value stored in v, and then finishing the program off. Okay, so let's go to qtspim. Console, let's reinitialize this and load it. Put it in, let's run it, and then let's start with 10. And here you see that we get the prompt asking for the value of n, we get my name, and then we get the Panther ID, and the result of a